Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Class is in session. Today we are going to talk about the things that I cannot buy in the year of 2026. Now, everybody sets some goals, and of course, if you've been following my channel for a long time now, then you can see that of course I do a lot of shopping, I vlog a lot of my shopping, I spend a lot of money, and I probably have way too much stuff. Well, one thing you might not know about me is I actually hate having too much stuff. And with that being said, I do buy a lot of things, of course, right? But typically those don't go to landfill. I don't just throw things out. They go down a line in a chain of command where I gift things to people. I ask them, okay, hey, I don't want this anymore. I'm doing a closet declutter. And then I have a line of people that I end up giving items to. And then very rarely do I ever donate stuff because it never usually makes it to like a Goodwill, Value Village, or whatever. But I typically will go down a line. But I'm trying to stop myself from buying too many things. Now, you guys might be very, very disappointed because you're going to be like, does that mean you're going to go to do less Aritzia shop with me's? At this current time, because it is knee deep in sale season, yes, because I don't like shopping sale season. It's too hodgepodgey. In fact, now that they have an app, it's way easier to filter through that way. But typically I am trying to, and if you have been following me for a long time, and last year you would have noticed that I had stopped doing like a lot of Aritzia hauls. I still was doing quite the bit of Aritzia hauls, but I wasn't doing just as many as before, and I was actually getting a lot into ready to wear, which is not something that is on the list this year. But here are the things that I cannot buy in the year of 2026. Number one, purse pals. In 2024, I went to Japan. I think I spent $400 on purse pals alone. They were not all for me, but I have accumulated so many of them and I get gifted so many of them. It is something that I'm banning myself from buying. No more purse pals. I have so many. I used to just have a handful. I could count them on one hand, but now I have so many to the point that my sister got me a purse pal display for my birthday last year. And like, that's a lot of purse pals, girl. You don't need that many. And of course I do have a nice handbag collection, but like, girl, you do not need that many. So from now on going forward, no more purse pals. I'm not allowed to buy any more purse pals. I'm giving myself one exception because my friend did purchase me one prior to this rule, and I haven't seen her yet. So that is the one exception. But going forward, no purse pals for me. No more purse pals for me. That's number one. Number two, sorry, my middle finger is sprained. I was flipping the bird too much. That's what my friend said. It's sprained, so I have it banded together, and I have Antonia all over this bandage. So they're banded together. I can't really like do a number two. Number two, synthetic materials, items that cost a lot of money. I was so tempted in the end of 2025 to buy the Miu Miu fleece, and that's made of polyester. It was $3,100. I almost bought it. I was this close to buying that fleece, and to spend $3,000 on a synthetic polyester blend material, it's not even blend. It was full on 100% polyester. No wool in it, nothing. Banning myself from doing things like that. Things that I have bought that are ready to wear are 100% cotton, which in itself is very expensive. Like I am paying a huge markup to buy 100% cotton items from like Loewe or Louis Vuitton. However, at least those are natural fibers and they are cotton or wool, whereas the Miu Miu fleece was 3,100 Canadian plus taxes. So in that case, gotta just be a little bit more picky. If I do find, say, like a Uniqlo item that I really like I love their heat tech items, which are in turn typically made of polyester. If I get a hole in the one I have already and I need to buy one to replenish, I'm not going to necessarily exclude myself out of those items. But I'm not restocking things like that. Like I'm just being a little bit more mindful with the closet collection that I have, of the items that I have, and just being a little bit more mindful in that term. And speaking of which, yeah, overstocking. Sometimes in the past, I was very prone to overstocking. So I would like one thing, buy it in a million colors. Like one thing, buy it in backup colors, because I knew I would get wear out of those items. I'm stopping myself from doing that now. If I like the item and it discontinues, it's going to be too bad for me. You know what I mean? So stopping myself from restocking or buying multiple items of one thing that I really like. If I really, really love it, say like a tank top that I really like, I love the Skims tank tops. I only have one and I will only wear the one until it dies. That's my plan. But in the past, I would be like, I love this one. I'm going to buy multiple. So I'm going to try to stop doing that. Speaking of overstocking, I'm going to stop overstocking on beauty products. I love buying a ton of beauty products. Like Indeed Labs always has Pink Friday. Typically, I will stock up on those items. So if I know for sure I'm going to be using it, I only ever use the Indeed Labs In-Ceramide Cream. I will stock up on those things because it doesn't make sense financially for me to buy it at full price during the year. But I will stop overstocking on random beauty products because there are times where I'm just like, oh yeah, Indeed Labs had the sale. I'm going to go and try their In-Ceramide body lotion. Whereas I know I love the Cetaphil like thick lotion that comes in a tub that I can get at Costco. So in that case, stop stocking up on random purchases like that. I'm also making sure that I use up what I have. So those are another thing that I'm going to stop doing in 2026. And the last thing I'm going to try to stop overstocking on is food in 2026. Again, if I know I like the item and I use it a lot. So for example, my Premier Protein Pancakes, they went on sale. I bought 2 boxes. I go through those really, really quickly. So that's okay for me to buy, but I should stop stocking up on like too many protein products that I don't necessarily plow through all the time. And I had this habit of like buying like a million blocks of cheese because I know I eat a lot of cheese, but realistically, those things go on sale enough that I don't need to be buying like 3 blocks and having them in the fridge. Same with yogurt, because then I suddenly had yogurt ick throughout the year. So then I had to force myself to eat all that yogurt, which I didn't already enjoy, and then get rid of it. And then there's expiration dates, right? So things like that have to be a little bit more careful of, have to be a little bit more mindful of. So I'm stopping overstocking. That's the main thing, overstocking. I also cannot buy any more knickknacks. I have way too many of them. I have been getting a lot of knickknacks for my birthday and Christmas. To be honest, I would love like an experience or for someone to just take me out for dinner. I think the knickknacks is enough. I have so many random knickknacks just all over my house. And although the thought is very thoughtful, it's becoming to be too many knickknacks all over the place. The one lucky thing I have is that my niece randomly will come over. The one lucky thing I have is that my niblet will randomly come over and spot something she really likes, and I cannot for the life of me get her to put it down. And sometimes I'll just give her the item. Like I'll just let her have it. So that's good. But I have so many random little knickknacks. So I'm going to stop doing those things. And the last thing I'm not going to buy, especially on vacation, are towels. For some reason, I love an embroidered small towel. I like keeping them in my purse at times, and sometimes you just need like a little handkerchief. I have so many of them. I bought so many of them throughout my travels in Asia the past few years. I'm stopping myself from buying those items. So those are the things that I cannot, and I am banning myself from buying in 2026. Let me know what items you guys are banning yourself from buying in 2026, because I'm curious to know. Is there any goals that you guys have? Do you have any specific goals? Like you can only buy, a specific colorway, or are you trying to get yourself looking like a specific way so you can only buy certain items? Let me know what your goals are. Or are you like trying to go on like a health journey so you can only buy certain items, or maybe you have like, you only want to support Canadian brands, so you're only buying Canadian items. Let me know what your goals are, because I think this is a very interesting topic, and maybe you guys will give me some inspiration on things to add to my not to buy 2026 list. Anyways, I hope to see you guys in the next video. I know it's not my typical content, but follow me on Instagram _Hello Harley. Follow me on TikTok at Hello Harley, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.